With this training video, I'm going to cover using the basics of the waiting list application for the undergraduate advisor. First, you're going to go to the waitlist.ucsb.edu website, and then you'll be able to log in with your UCSB NetID and password. Once you do that, if you've been added to the system, you'll see I'm kind of an advisor, let's say, in the religious studies department right now. That's what we're going to do for the test. You'll see a list of course waiting lists that have been created for the quarter. If you want to create a new course waiting list, you're going to click on this icon right here where it says add a course waiting list. Now, an important thing to remember is that this interface for the advisor, we've optimized it, and it pretty much only works on the Firefox web browser. If you try this in Safari on the Mac or Internet Explorer on the PC, it's probably not going to work. You have to use Firefox, probably version 3 or greater. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to move your mouse over here, or you can also click on this one, and it's going to bring up this new window, and it's going to show you all the courses that we know about for your quarter, for this current quarter, winter 2010. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to select one of these, let's say Religious 592. It's going to set the course, but the big thing that it does is it's going to get the enrollment code, because that's what we do our prerequisites off of. Now in this particular course we didn't have information about the day and the time, so we have to fill that in. So I'm just going to put in the same thing it says here, but this isn't really appropriate. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to set the open and close date. The open and close date is the range where a student may join the waiting list. You're going to create this waiting list, and students are going to be able to see it, but they're not going to be able to join it until the date is inside of this date range. So I'm going to, let's say for winter quarter, I want the students to be able to join the waiting list on the 3rd. And we're going to have it be kind of tight, and I'm going to end that on the 9th. This is where if you have any preferences, you can use put in preferences. I'm not going to cover that. And then I might put in some notes. You have to attend the first day of class. You're going to put in more instructions here for this specific course possibly. And then what you do is you click save. And that now has created a waiting list for this specific course. I'm going to click this red X right here. And now if I do a refresh, we'll see the Religious Studies 592. We're in an advisor mode right now. If I click on that, it's going to show me a list of all of the students who have joined the waiting list, and none have at this point in time. If I go in and I click on this icon on that row, it allows me to edit it, so I can change certain things. Let's say I wanted to disable it. What disabling does is it prevents students from being able to see it. Now what we see is that it's kind of dim to kind of denote that it's not available for students to see. One of the things that you can do is you can click on this yellow wait list, and it'll show you all what the student sees. So if we go into religious studies, we see that there's 3 waiting lists right now. If we go back to our advisor role by clicking advisor, we can go in and edit this item, say it's not disabled anymore, close it, go back to the student view. Now we see there's 4 of them. Now this is what the student sees. They'll see that information. If they click on the note, it'll show the text that you typed in. But it doesn't have a little add link. If we go into some of these other ones, you'll notice that we can join, let's say, the PSTAT 160 course by this little plus sign. And this is what the students would see. Okay, let's go back to our advisor role. This is the course. And if we edit it and we change the start date, so it's open during this period, go back to the student view, now we have a little plus sign. Now for you, the advisor, what we do is we let you see what the student sees. they're going to have pull downs for the selection or the section preferences if you had any, and they would type in why they want to take it, and they would type in if they don't have the prereqs why. They have 80 characters for each of those fields. We'll go back to the advisor role. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to go and I'm going to change it back to January 3rd, and I'm also going to disable it. One of the things that you'll also note is that for many of these, there's this little link here, which is a link to the crash policy, and all departments should have those. When you're done, you'd click log out, and that's the basics. Again, if we go back in as an advisor and we want to add another one, we just click on this, we select the course, and we put in our information. You can disable them at any point in time, but you'll never be able to delete them. So no students are going to see this one because it's currently disabled. That's it. Good luck.